Hurricane Milton is on a direct course for Florida's Gulf Coast. The storm is powerful and growing stronger. Millions of residents are bracing for impact. As of this update, Hurricane Milton is a Category 3 hurricane. It is packing maximum sustained winds of 125 miles per hour. The storm is moving northeast at a steady 17 miles per hour. Tropical storm-force winds and heavy rains have already started to lash the western coast. The National Hurricane Center predicts Hurricane Milton will make landfall within the next 24 hours. Hurricane Milton is expected to bring life-threatening conditions, including torrential rainfall, destructive winds, and a dangerous storm surge. Coastal communities are particularly vulnerable and urged to prepare for the worst. Residents need to stay informed and follow the guidance of local authorities. State and local officials are sounding the alarm. They are urging residents in vulnerable coastal areas to evacuate immediately. Mandatory evacuation orders are in effect for several counties including Hillsborough, Lee, Pinellas, Pasco, and Manatee. Governor Ron DeSantis has declared a state of emergency for the entire state. He is urging residents to heed evacuation orders and take all necessary precautions. "This is a very serious storm," Governor DeSantis said in a press conference. "If you are in an evacuation zone, please leave now." Emergency shelters have been opened throughout the affected areas. Residents who need assistance with evacuation or finding shelter are urged to contact their local authorities. The situation is fluid and conditions are expected to deteriorate rapidly. Local, state, and federal agencies are working around the clock to prepare for Hurricane Milton's impact. They are coordinating rescue and relief efforts. The coming days will be challenging, but by working together and heeding official warnings, the impact of this dangerous storm can be minimized. The NHC warns that Hurricane Milton is likely to generate a life-threatening storm surge. The storm surge is a rise in sea level caused by a hurricane's powerful winds. It can cause catastrophic flooding in coastal areas. The NHC predicts that some areas along Florida's Gulf Coast could experience a storm surge of up to 15 feet. This is an extremely dangerous and potentially deadly situation. Storm surge is the most deadly aspect of a hurricane, said NHC Director Ken Graham. It is imperative that residents in evacuation zones heed the warnings and evacuate to higher ground. The combination of storm surge, high tides, and heavy rainfall is a recipe for disaster. Low-lying areas and coastal communities are particularly vulnerable. Even areas outside of the direct path of the hurricane are at risk. Residents are urged to prepare their homes and businesses for the storm. Hurricane Milton is already causing significant disruptions. Airports across Florida are suspending operations. Airlines are canceling flights. Tampa International Airport and Orlando International Airport have already announced closures. Travelers are advised to check with their airlines for the latest flight information. Major highways and roads are also likely to be impacted. The Florida Department of Transportation is monitoring road conditions and prepared to close roads and bridges as needed. Businesses across Florida are also feeling the effects of Hurricane Milton. Many businesses, especially those in evacuation zones, have closed and are taking precautions. The economic impact of Hurricane Milton is expected to be significant. As Hurricane Milton bears down on Florida, another storm is brewing online. Misinformation and rumors are spreading rapidly on social media. This is making it difficult for people to find accurate and reliable information. Authorities are urging people to be wary of information they see online. They stress the importance of relying on official sources for information. "There is a lot of misinformation circulating online about Hurricane Milton," said FEMA Administrator Deanne Criswell. "The best way to get accurate information is to follow official sources like FEMA, the National Weather Service, and your local emergency management agency. It is important to verify information before sharing it. Sharing false information can cause unnecessary panic and confusion. Sticking to official sources for news and updates is crucial." As Hurricane Milton approaches Florida's Gulf Coast, residents are urged to take all necessary safety precautions. This includes preparing for the storm, staying informed about its progress, and heeding the advice of local authorities. Have a plan in place, including knowing your evacuation zone and having a disaster kit ready. Your kit should include food, water, first aid supplies, flashlights, batteries, and important documents. Secure your property by bringing loose objects indoors, trimming trees and shrubs, and boarding up windows. Stay informed by monitoring weather reports from the National Weather Service and local news. Follow the guidance of local officials and heed all evacuation orders. Hurricane Milton is a powerful and unpredictable storm. Taking these precautions could make all the difference in ensuring your safety and the safety of your loved ones. Stay tuned to CNN for continuing coverage of Hurricane Milton.